going on, everybody? This is Mattdoesfitness, and I just made a life-size jelly of Robert Mugabe. I fear I may have set a dangerous precedent. Okay, this is a bodybuilding leg workout I completed the other day. I know what you're thinking, what the hell? I was thinking the same for the entire duration of the session. I have not done a bodybuilding style leg workout for over a year. I started powerlifting at the start of last year, so in January, and literally I've been powerlifting the whole way through. Sets of 3, sets of 5, occasionally sets of kind of 10, maybe there's 1 or 2 sets. But yeah, we're talking over a year without doing this kind of stuff. Literally for the last probably 8 months, I've been doing almost entirely sets of 3 and sets of 5. So this was quite a shock to the system. Now, as everyone knows, the best way to build your legs is obviously star jumps. Outside of that, there are other things, and I'm going to show you a few of them that I completed in this workout. So, first things first, squats. You've always got to squat first. I don't care what you do, what your goal is. If you want to get bigger legs, stronger legs, you've got to squat first. That is my opinion, and I will stick by it to the death. I'm a powerlifter, but even if I was a bodybuilder, I wouldn't change the way I train that much. I would always put squats as my priority lift because there are so many benefits to be had. Now, I basically worked my way up with sets of 6 to 10 reps, culminating in this set, which is 180 kilos. Practically 400 pounds. I did it for a couple of sets of 8. Now notice I am shoeless, I am sleeveless, and I am beltless. The first time I've squatted like this for bloody ages. I can't even remember. Probably talking at least 6 months. The last time I squatted like this. So I literally felt naked. It was a very strange feeling. I didn't feel too bad after I got used to it. The biggest thing was the sleeves. I'm so used to getting that stretch reflex at the bottom of the squat, so to not have that was a big difference. I was also trying to control the eccentrics while I was coming down really slowly to try and get rid of the stretch reflex to get more of a contraction. It was effective, but it made it a lot harder. Yeah, so that was squat wise. Then we moved on, and I pretty much just did a circuit of everything in the gym. So, first things first, leg press. Now, you see guys doing massive leg presses all the time. I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you might as well just squat. But for the fun of it, I thought I'd do some. So, I basically worked up, again, in sets of about 10. So, I think I ended up doing 4 sets of 10. I had no idea what I'd be pressing, so I just kind of stuck the weight on as I went. So, for the first couple of sets, it was fairly... Well, I thought it was a lot of weight, but it ended up feeling easy. It kept just feeling easy, so I kept putting more weight on, and I ended up with a ridiculous amount of plates on there, but still got a set of 10 and probably still could have gone a bit heavier. I always feel a bit scared though. Leg press, I don't like the thought of all that weight just kind of hovering in front of me. With a squat, if you get stuck, you can just dump it. With a leg press, if it breaks, you're going to die. Right, here I'm doing some leg extension. So again, I never ever do these. I've not done these for well over a year, but what the hell. I did 3 sets of 10 to 12. I think the first couple of sets were 12. Last set was slightly heavier, so I did 10. I think it's really important here just to try and control the movement. It's really easy just to kind of flick your legs up and not really contract at the end of it. So you see that I'm trying to really control particularly that last part of it so you get a full contraction in your quadriceps. Moving on, the opposite movement. So I'm doing some hamstring curls, lying ones. You can do them seated, but I just thought I'd do some lying ones because let's face it, everyone likes lying down. The more exercise you can do lying down, the better. I did 3 sets here. The first one I did some kind of fast contractions. So I flicked it up quickly, trying to engage as many fibers as possible. The second one I did it, the second and third ones I slowed it down. So here you can see I'm doing slower concentric movements, trying to hold it at the top for a little bit, and I felt all kinds of hamstring engagement to the point where I was kind of cramping on the last set. I did, 3 sets of kind of 12ish, I think there. Not overly heavy because, I mean, you probably can go a lot heavier than you would usually do, but you're not going to properly engage your hamstrings, as is the case with most things. Drop the weight down, do it properly. Here I am doing some calf raises. I literally have I've probably worked calves once in my entire life. I don't really see the point, but again, I'm doing it just to show you guys some of the options you have. So here I did 4 sets, the last set being a drop set, and again, the weight, you see that the weight's fairly light. You've got to keep the weight light, otherwise you will not get a full range. It's really important as you come up and you finish the movement, just hold it for a fraction of a second. Make sure you properly engage your calves, your gastrocnemiuses, because otherwise you will not get that full contraction and you're only kind of doing 3/4 to 2/3 of the movement. I see guys all the time stick loads and loads of weight on, a ridiculous amount of weight, and they're doing literally, you know, like it's the equivalent of putting loads of weight on the bar and just doing quarter squats. You are wasting your time, so drop the weight down, do it properly. Otherwise, get out of the gym. Okay, here I am doing some walking lunges. These are a really, really good session finisher. Haven't done these for about a year, so you can see I'm all over the place. I look like I've been drinking. I haven't, I can promise you. I did a few kind of laps of the gym doing those, so probably a total of 3 sets of maybe 15 to 20 with dumbbells in my hands. And then I did my most hated exercise in the world, some glute ham raises. I did 3 sets of 12 without holding a weight. I've been doing these with a weight for a long time, so to do them without the weight actually felt nice and easy, and it was really good to get a kind of a good contraction, keep your back straight. Make sure you don't arch your back. That's what you're trying to avoid. If you arch your back, you are cheating and you make the movement easier. You want to try and keep from your knees to your head as straight as possible. That's how you're really, really going to hit your hamstrings and your glutes. And then, just for fun, and I say fun with inverted commas, I thought it would be a good idea to do the longest pause squat in the history of the world with 180 kilos, almost 400 pounds on my back. Turns out I was more fatigued than I thought. That was slightly embarrassing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe as always, and I will see you tomorrow.